Howdy guys, Rex here with Rambo, the Attack Cat, and we're taking a first glance at this Palmetto State Armory. This is their PA10, okay? And this is the Generation 3 model, which has some significant upgrades to some of the stuff that people don't really pay attention to, but they're more like functional components and features. And so we'll go over that in just a second. This is just a first look. We're going to do a more comprehensive review once they get a bunch of rounds to this thing, okay? The first thing is this is the Generation 3. They're just coming out with the Gen 3, and we'll go over some of those upgrades in a second. This is an 18-inch barrel. This is a 1 in 10-inch twist. This one's chambered in 308. Okay, that's what they're saying. It's a 308. Will it work good with 7.62? I will certainly try to find out for you. Okay, it looks like it's a nicely made barrel, 416 stainless, and a 1 in 10-inch twist means you can run 175s or heavier bullets if you like to. Okay, it has lightweight M-lock style hand guards. Okay, which a lot of guys like. Some guys have their preferences on different things. This is the STR 2-stage trigger as well, which actually, playing with it, is not a bad trigger design at all. So some of the things that are the major upgrades to this system over the Generation 2 and the 1, and they've taken a lot of feedback from customers, which is what I like to see companies do as they evolve, and companies that are smart will listen and they will improve things and evolve things. It's normal for that to happen. If you look back at the original M16 back in the day, that thing's come a long way since the first days they kind of had the prototypes and the first issued models and the SP1s and all the old stuff, right? It's come a long ways in terms of functionality and figuring out how to get them to work very reliably. So let's go over some of the upgrades. The Generation 3 differences that you're going to see over the Gen 2, you're going to have those relief cuts on the bottom here under where the bolt carrier group is, and I know that on some of the previous models there wasn't very good compatibility with other bolt carrier groups, but they did relief cuts in here, so now it has better compatibility. If you want to run other bolt carriers, it's supposed to work pretty good. We'll test all this out, okay? And it does have twice staked castle nut, okay? That's actually a good feature. A lot of rifles forget to kind of do that, and let's take a look without getting grossly out of focus right here. There's one there. And when we do the comprehensive review, I'll zoom in a little better, okay? So there's one on that side, and then as you can see, there's one there. And when they stake it into the castle nut, of course, that prevents it from getting loose. They'll kind of come loose over time, and that can cause this thing to come off and have catastrophic failure in terms of reliability, okay? It also has a standardized carbine length buffer tube with the short, heavy buffer. We'll take that apart and show that to you once we get the comprehensive review. It does have a dimpled 416R stainless steel barrel, a 5-position adjustable click switch gas block, excuse me. So that's the cool thing. There's a 5-position adjustable gas block in here, and it's got 5 distinct click switch positions, okay? I'm not sure exactly how that thing works yet. I'm reading the instruction manual. We just got it thrown together, and we'll play that. So that's going to be a cool feature. I'm probably going to end up throwing my AAC on the front of this thing, okay? And that'll be a nice deal to have. A lot of these rifles, you're trying to remember where you have your gas adjusted. When you run suppressed, you increase the gas pressure a lot. It can be very hard on the components on the back end, okay? And it's over-gassed. So remembering where it is suppressed and unsuppressed and having positions, kind of like an FAL would, where you have clickable positions, not just 2 positions, but 5, is actually pretty cool. So that's a feature. I'm excited to see how that works out as well, okay? We also have some extra power extractor springs, which can, for those of you who get your stuff dirty and get Western with it, that's a good thing. And it has, of course, your 7075 T6 charging handle and all that good stuff. And it has a black nitride gas tube, okay? That's an upgrade since the Gen 2. And the barrel nuts are torqued to military specifications now, okay? And that's something that apparently someone asked about, and so they are going through and making sure everything is torqued down properly, okay? And it also has anti-slip rotation handguards. I'm trying to remember all the different stuff that they upgraded here, guys. But if you look at the bottom of the handguards, There's not really a lot of, oh man, sorry, getting twisty around. There's supposed to not twist on you. Well, we're going to run around with this thing and get stupid with it. If it will break or twist, I will find out how to do that, okay? This particular rifle, I did get set up. I just finally got everything ready to rock and roll today on it. We are going to run this Gold Series scope on here. This is the Primary Arms Gold Series. It goes from 4 to 16, and it's a 50 millimeter objective lens up here. This is the HUD-DMR reticle. If you guys haven't seen my reviews on the HUD-DMR, it's like the perfect reticle for this rifle right here, okay? Assuming this rifle shoots good, which I assume it would. These AR-10s usually are pretty darn accurate. We did the tracking test on the optic, on the Truth Stick, dead on balls accurate, which actually surprised me, okay? You have clicks on the optic here. If you watch, when it comes down to 0, there's going to be a lock. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So it's locked in, okay? Now that's a nice feature, so I don't actually get this spun around when I'm on 0, because I'm going to zero this in on so I can use the reticle inside here. The reticle is phenomenal. However, if I did want to do some kind of precision shot using my full ballistic, capability with all my computers and everything else like that, all I have to do is go ahead and unclick this, and then I can dial in the center aiming point on this, which is a little chevron, and I can get a very precise, exact, perfect adjustment on this. Now this particular one right here, as you can see, is in minutes of angle, which is fine. I can run minutes of angle just fine. This is actually a prototype, guys. I believe most of these are actually in mils, okay? So don't pay any attention to that part. But we're just testing the functionality. I'm not gonna probably use the tracking a lot, but if I do on this scope, I'll be at minutes of angle. On the windage, you have the button as well. Here we have the parallax, nice and smooth, and illumination, of course. Make first focal plane reticle, okay? So your reticle's up here in the first focal plane so that reticle stays married to the image that comes in on the front, gets re-erected in the erector assembly here, and then when you can zoom in on the image, you're zooming in on both the image and the reticle at the same time, so the reticle stays proportional image so that you can use the fancy BDC reticle, the HUD-DMR reticle in here at any magnification, and it won't get all crazy on you. Okay, I did go ahead and just throw on these things. I've been using them for a long time. They are plastic, but they're good. I get pretty Western with my stuff. If it would have been easy to break, mine would have broke. I've got a lot of these. I know there's probably better stuff out there. I mean, for the Gucci guys, and I've got some really nice, way more expensive stuff than this, but when I just need to go down to the store and buy backup plastic sights, I'll go with these, and they work fine, okay? And I got the one on the rear, and I went ahead and I put my QD sling over here. This is your Magpul sling, right? And I got the little attachment up here on top. We'll see how that works. I might reposition that a little bit. Just getting started, and of course I got my Accutac bipod attached via M-Lock here on the Picatinny, on the M-Lock. I'm running Magpul magazines, and I got part of my DMR kit. I got my laser range-finding binoculars. These are crazy. I was going to say a swear word in there to put an exclamation point on it, but I won't do that for you. If you got fresh batteries in here, 3,000 no problem. Way farther than you're ever going to shoot with something like this. Like 3 times as far. And of course I got my little bag. This is from Sojourn Gear, I believe. There's the logo. This guy's a cool cap. If you want to spend money with a dude that's like a patriot and loves God at the same time and is just a cool, hilarious dude who likes swimming in rivers and having a beer once in a while on the porch, go ahead and support guys. It's actually built good. So I got my bag. I like it. It's simple. You could get something more tech-cool. He makes a lot of different configurations. This is from Field 18 Gear. This is my toe support bag. And then I got a bunch of 25-round Magpuls. I got my Fix-It sticks here with the Rex deal on there, whatever. And of course, we're running the Magic ammo, which shoots stupidly well in most rifles that I've tried it so far, okay? So that's kind of the setup we got going on, and I'm excited to follow up and share with you the full review as soon as possible.